I am your host and founder, Lakeisha Mabry, and it is so, when I tell you, exciting to be here tonight because we are in for a treat. Y'all, it is Friday on top of that. I know it's been a long week, but we have now made it to Friday. It's Friday night, so we can relax and chill and enjoy this conversation. Go ahead and like and share the video, and we are about to get into it. Now, this month was Women's History Month, okay? I know here at the Open Book, we've had some women authors on at the beginning of the month, and we've heard their stories. And so we're continuing to now celebrate some women that are trailblazers. They are doing some awesome things in the community, at church, in their lives, their businesses, and we just want to find out more about them. Like, we see a lot of times the glory and, the life that they live in front of us, not realizing that behind the scenes, there are some things that they had to conquer and fight through as well. And so tonight's special guest is Mrs. Renee Ellis. How are you tonight? You're muted. You're muted. I hate when that happens.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
am doing well. Actually, I'm doing amazing. Thank God. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Now, Renee, I was thinking about it earlier about when we first met. And I'm trying to think about like how long ago was that? Because it had to have been at least over 10 or 12 years.
It's been about, my daughter is about to be 9, so it'll be about 10 years because it was before I had kids.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Y'all, okay. And then I was trying to also think about this part. Okay, so the first time I remember meeting Renee was she was having a runway show, right? Okay. Yep. And so I wanted to be a part, and I still can't remember how I found out about that runway show. But I
had a meeting. I had a meeting at a restaurant and you showed up.
But I don't even know how I found out about it. You see what I'm saying? It's just what it was definitely a divine connection because I really can't remember that part, but I do remember going to that meeting. And when I tell you, even at that meeting, I don't know if you remember, but you shared your testimony at the meeting. And I was like, it's something special about this woman because you would share with us, the ladies, some things that had gone on in your past and so forth, but you were such an inspiration and you exuded confidence. And so although I wanted to be a part of that, I didn't get a chance to be a part of that. But then the singles came to one of your events at the Christian Lounge. Is that what it's called? Christian Lounge. Okay. And y'all, I saw another side of her in her element hosting there. So I was like, she is, when I tell you, very gifted and talented. But first, Renee, I want you to start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is, she's calling me Renee, and Renee is actually my middle name, but my first name is Amanita, which is what I'm starting to use this year because I believe that that is a part of me, and if I hide that from people, then I'm hiding a part of me. So this year I decided that I wanted to use my name more. So my business is, I rebrand, and my business is Aymo's Creation or Aymo Style Me, because Aymo is me. That's legendary. You know what I mean? I'm a wife to the amazing Vincent Ellis. I am a mother to Aria, Journey, and Jeremiah. I am a business owner. I am a trailblazer. As you say, I'm an entrepreneur. And I love the Lord. I am a Christian. And I am just who I am, very, very confident in who I am. And you know what? A lot of people see the confidence now, but they don't know what I had to fight through and continue to fight through to have the confidence that I have now. And so we'll get into more of that, but I just want y'all to know that, yeah, I'm Aymo, Amanita, Renee, whatever you call me, just as long as you say the name right, I'm all right with that. But yeah, I'm a mother, a friend, a sister, a daughter, some of you all out there, that's pretty much me. I'm the owner of a Christian lounge. My husband and I, we own a Christian lounge in the Arlington Metroplex. We've been doing ministry for at least 11 years, just giving back to the community. And so, yeah.
And that is awesome, because I wanted to ask you, how did you get started with the Christian Lounge? Because y'all host like a variety of people from, I think, comedians and Christian rap artists and so forth. How did that start?
So when me and my husband got together, I used to sing at clubs. Like I used to sing at karaoke. I used to get drunk and get on stage and go bananas. Okay. But when I met my husband, he was doing gospel rap. And so I was like, are there any open mics out here? Like, that's what I used to do in Houston. And that's some kind of the kind of stuff I like to do. And so my husband's like, now we can't be doing two different things. At the time, he was my boyfriend. He was like, I do gospel rap. So, we can't be doing, two different things. And so we end up getting married in 2011 at this venue in Arlington.
Okay.
Well, the same venue we got married at is where we start the Christian Lounge at.
I didn't know that.
Yes. My husband came up with the name.
Okay.
He's like the brains behind everything, and I'm the host. We play our parts. I'm up front. He's in the back. I play my part. He play his part.
I do it well too.
I ain't the behind the scenes kind of person, honey. Put me in the front. Okay.
y'all have to see her in action too, because you like rocking. Even as the host, you were doing some raps too, I think.
I do a little bit. I'm pretty gifted in that area. Like I said, my degree is in radio, television, and film. So I have some experience in that.
Okay. So thinking back to, you talked about your family, you have two beautiful daughters. And to me, I think they look like your husband, like his twins.
Okay, I'll take that.
They look like twins, but then they look like your husband.
I guess I'll let him have that.
So how do you balance running a business, going to church, serving in ministry, having kids, and being a wife? How do you balance that?
Well, I can say that I have not always balanced it. It has been a challenge in the past, but a calendar.
Okay.
Having a calendar, prioritizing what is most important of what, you know what I mean? Making sure my family is good first before I try to do anything else. Because what we have to understand as wives, as business owners, if you're a wife, if you're a mother, your first ministry is your marriage and your household. So yes. I have to make sure that is in control first before I start doing anything else. I have to make sure, sometimes it slips away and I'll plan something without telling my husband. But for the most part, we try to make sure that we are on one accord with what's going on in each one of our lives, because both of us are entrepreneurs.
Oh, okay. So you really have to keep things balanced.
Yeah.
With both. I understand that. So thinking back to recently, you shared on Facebook, like your hair journey and going through that whole process of, because y'all, she rocks with the hairstyles. I mean, doing hair, styling hair, she rocked the hairstyles, and you are being very transparent on Facebook. I know a lot of people are going through like having alopecia, and my hair, sometimes, I get self-conscious about that because my hair is thin, at the top and so forth. And so especially as women, our hair is so important to us. But I love how you have been so transparent and shared your journey about going from that part of just doing the different styles to now being open, being you. Would you like to tell us more about your journey?
Yeah, I will. Like 2 years ago, I would say 3 years. It didn't even like just start, but like right after my youngest child, I started having like just losing hair. And at first you think, okay, this is postpartum, but eventually it grows back. So I went and seen a specialist and everything. and they told me that I had like fungus in my body, which was affecting my hair follicles, and possibility, y'all, my hair could fall out. Y'all, when I tell you that was like the worst news that I could hear, because if you know me, I'm a type of person that had a hair, just like my daughter, head full of hair. You know what I mean? I've always had hair. You know what I mean? I've always did different styles. If you knew anybody that knows me back in the day, just from elementary on up to an adult, anybody that knows me knows that I always had a different hairstyle. You know, people will come to me, who did your hair? And that's how I would get clientele.
Wow.
But it was like the desire. In August, I went on a sabbatical. I got off of social media because it's like God was dealing with me in different areas, like in different areas of my life. Like, what am I gonna do? It was just so much. I was fasting for my brother. I had found out he had cancer, and then I was dealing with my own issues of should I keep my shop, or should I what I should do. I needed clarity, and so I couldn't get clarity by scrolling social media. So I got off until about November, you know what I mean? And I had made a decision that I was going to stop with doing that. Of course, my husband, because he put so much money into the shop, you know, he did. You know, my husband is amazing. Anything that I've ever wanted to do, he has put his money behind it. And of course, he wasn't on board with what I was doing, but it all worked out because we didn't know that in December, my husband was going to go through what he went through. But I said all that to say that when I lost my hair, it's like I lost something that I desired once. I lost it. Like the desire of wanting to get in there and do somebody's hair. I don't have it right now. I don't have it. And I haven't had it. And it's like I tried to get into it. I was doing hair in the shop. I was doing people's hair, and I tried to get in, but that desire that I once had, it was not there. And so that it made me emotional, because ever since I was a little girl, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And so when that transition happened, I didn't know what to do, because when all you know is hair, you've been doing it for so many years.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you just don't have it no more. You know what I mean? I tell people I'm an advocate for bald women, because so many women have come up to me. I'm talking about, I'm in the mall. I'm talking about my inbox be flooded with people saying, I want to do it. You make me want to do it. Or I'm in the mall. Me and my daughter was in the mall like 2 or 3 weeks ago. She walked by, she was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. She was, I want to do it, but I'm scared. And I tell her, and you know, and I have to encourage women to just do it. You know, wig and cover my bald head. I'm pretty. I look bomb.
Because you are rocking it.
Baby, I look good, okay? Regardless of what but it starts with you. You gotta believe that. You know, you can't go off of what anybody else will say. You gotta believe what you're saying. Because if you don't believe it, you're not gonna believe it when somebody else tell you. You know what I mean? So I had to believe it first. And then it helps that my husband, he actually was the one that encouraged me. I actually did it at the shop one day. I was just, I was like, you know what? And I just started shaving it off. Shaving it off.
And that's probably one of the best decisions, to just be free.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if we walk, because I think sometimes we get so into what society thinks about how we look, how we dress, but having the uniqueness and the individual style, I think can go a long way. But also I thought about something, because you were talking about how you love doing hair. That was your desire and passion. So now you're into more of styling, right? And the clothing side of that.
I've always did this. Everything has been since I was little. So you know how people grow up and they don't know what they want to do. No, I've always knew what I wanted to do. As a kid, I knew what I wanted to do. I would dress in my mom's clothes. I would dress people. I've been dressing. This is just something I've done since I was younger. I didn't know what it was called. But if you look up the definition of what a stylist is, I am that. And so I did it in college. I would style people, and I did all of this. And then I worked at a clothing store called Chico's. Chico's, you style people. They come in there, them rich people come in there and they don't know what to buy. And so you put all their outfits together. I worked there. I worked there 3 days a week, and my check used to be fat because my commission, because of me
Wow.
selling these clothes to people.
Is that local? It seems like I've heard of
They
Chico.
have one in the Highlands. They have one in the Highlands. I don't know
Okay.
if you make as much money as you did back then, but back then I worked 3 days. I was a part-time worker, and I used to go in there. That's how I got my radio job, because it was a Black woman that came into Chico's and nobody would help her. And I went over there and helped her. And I was telling her about me as I'm styling her. And I was like, I need an intern. I need to be on the radio. I need an intern. She was like, I'm the owner.
Woo. Okay.
That's how I was able to go. I was able to be one of the radio personalities at KYOK in Conroe, Texas. Yep.
Wow. Oh my good. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have that confidence, because I remember you posted too one day about give you a chance to do an interview, and you know that once you have the moment, you're gonna come out with the job.
I was over. You know, hey. When you know who you are, when you know who you are, can't nobody tell you how you can tell about you, how you can tell about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right. I agree. So thinking about like the many changes, thinking about business, having to go through, now you're doing your hair journey. Sometimes we face fears. We come across things that may cause us, to get fearful. There may be some business owners out here watching, they're starting a new business and, just kind of wondering how to navigate that. Sometimes fear can stop us from moving forward into when we're transitioning into a new lifestyle or a new business and so forth. So have you faced any fears, and then how did you conquer those fears?
I would say I have. I mean, anything new you're scared to do. But
Right.
when you're a child of God and you say you believe in him and you say you have faith, you got to just jump. You got to just do it. You can't wait on nobody to tell you, give you the okay. God gave you the okay. Nobody else has to give you the okay.
Right.
And so sometimes you just have to do it. And if you fail, at least you can say you did it.
Right.
It's not a I should have, I would have, I could have. It's a I did it and it didn't work out, but I did it. Right. And so you can still rejoice in the fact that you did it. It was something you wanted to do. You stepped out on faith and you did it. Just because it didn't go the way you wanted it to go doesn't mean that you still can't rejoice in conquering that fear. Everything I've ever done, I've been fearful to do it, but I had to just do it because I know the God that I serve. And I know he won't fail me. I may fail myself, but God won't fail me.
I totally agree. And I love how you said, at least try, because I think sometimes having regret when you don't do something, and having that regret is one of the worst feelings. But at least when you try, you can know I've at least tried. And God gives us those desires and those visions in our hearts for a reason. And sometimes, the fear will stop us, but don't let it stop you. Keep going forward, keep trying new things. Don't be afraid to be free also, because I love that part about just being free. Now, doing different things and having business, being a part of ministry, being a wife, and so forth, takes sometimes just really having people to pour into us that maybe have been to where we're trying to get and so forth. So do you have like mentors or people that you look up to that will help you navigate through your various areas of life?
Honestly, I was talking to my husband about that earlier, and I don't have anybody that me and my husband, like, that's my best friend.
Right.
And my husband is such a visionary. You know what I mean? If I have like anything that's on a different level, because he's done so much, I'll ask him, you know what I mean? He pours into me. But honestly, because there's so much fake stuff going on in the media, you portray this, but this ain't that. I don't look up to nobody on social media. There was a woman that I used to look up to, and I'd rather not say her name,
Right.
but it's nobody that I look at and I'll be like, oh, she inspired me. I'm so inspired by me conquering different things and goals and going after things that I said I wanted to do. There's a lot of things that I wrote down as a child that I've done. And so I'm inspired by just that little girl that I used to be, that said that I wanted to conquer some things, and God allowed me to conquer them. So I'm so inspired by that little girl that had a dream. And now, while she's an adult, she is inspired by her little self that she was as a kid. But other than that, I don't. I'm
She said,
sorry.
I
It's
know.
just, I see people and I look at it, and it's so hard to trust and believe people,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I go back to that little girl that had those thoughts and those dreams. And I dreamed of being married, and I dreamed of being a hairstylist, and I dreamed of being a business owner, and all of those things I've accomplished.
Wow.
So I'm inspired by that little girl that had a dream, and she's accomplished them.
But that's deep. That, oh my goodness. Wow. Because I mean, imagine having those dreams and then you're now living out those dreams. I mean, that is like powerful. I haven't heard it like that before. But we owe it to our younger selves to pursue those things that are within us. I remember I always had a dream of being a teacher. And even as a little girl, and I would pretend, have my stuffed animals. I thought teaching was all about telling kids what to do. I didn't know what all came with teaching, but that was my dream. And so, as I shared that with, people, you would hear, oh, you don't need to be a teacher because they don't make that much money and blah, 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 blah. So trying to please others and go into this category of what they felt was successful. I did go to school, get my business degree and so forth, but something about that passion and that dream I couldn't let it go. And so eventually I did go into the career of teaching in education. And that is my passion. That's what I can talk about all day long. And so if you do have dreams and passions and goals, even as a young girl or young boy, don't give up on those because, and I want to keep saying, Renee, now you to correct me about the name. Aymo,
Oh,
Aymo?
whatever you feel comfortable saying, I know it take a little time to get used to,
I was about to
so
say,
whatever you want to call me, as long as you
no,
say it correctly, I'm
I want to
okay.
get it right. Can I call you Aymo?
It's Aymo.
Okay. So as she shared with us, imagine once you get there, you can look back and be so proud of yourself and see how far God has brought you from that little girl with the dreams to now walking in reality, and you now are able to be that thing. Now thinking about all that's going on in this world right now, so much going on with schools and just a lot tension going on. If you could change one thing in this world, what do you think you would change?
I think I would change hatred.
Mm,
Um, because I feel like if we all love like God, everybody could live a peaceful life. There will be no guns, there will be no killing, there will be no shooting, there will be no angry people. There will be just love. If I could change anything in the world, it'd be hate. It wouldn't be no hate in the world. Everybody can grow with their kids, you know what I mean? Not have to worry about looking over their back. I would change that.
right. Yes, because definitely, oh my gosh, so much going on with the shootings and all of that. And changing that one thing, the hate in our hearts would allow us to live better lives. So do you have any encouraging words or words of advice for our viewers today that you would like to share?
I would say to the woman, believe in yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Even if you fail, at least you jumped into it. Allow God to tell you who you are. Don't allow social media, don't allow the media to tell you who you are. God created you. Understand the purpose on your life, because everybody has a purpose. You just gotta tap into it. And once you tap into your purpose, you will never allow anyone or anything to tell you who you are.
That's powerful. Woo, girl, that is powerful. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate. We celebrate you. We see you. You are rocking this thing. Continue to do great things. Now, what is next for Mrs. Aymo Renee Ellis? What do you got going on, and what's coming up next for you?
So what's next is y'all gonna see me not only in the DFWs, but I'm about to be traveling. Me and my little family, we're gonna be found. I'm gonna be a stylist. I'm gonna be a traveling stylist. I want to style multiple people on different networks. I do have something that I'm working on, but I don't like to kind of put that out there until it has already been put together. I'm just big on that.
Right.
I do have something that I'm working on that is dear to my heart. Shout out to my sister Shara. She knows because she gave me some quotas on it. But I do have something that I'm working on. And as far as me and my husband, we're getting ready to start back our catfish, because my husband has the best catfish in the DFW, period, point blank. If you ain't had it, you need to come see about us, okay?
I need one too, a plate.
Oh, my husband catfish
tonight.
point, baby. And we're getting ready to get our food, because we have our storefront, and now we just finished our truck. And so we're gonna be in different parts of the city with our truck soon, coming soon. And so that's what's next. And the other stuff, I announce as God, allows me to announce. I don't like to premature announce things, but I got things coming. So
I understand. Well, congratulations.
But y'all follow me at aymostyledme. If y'all have any proms, engagements, brunch, birthdays, anything, if you need somebody to style you, I'm very reasonable. I do have a set fee, but I work with your budget as far as your clothes is concerned. I can work with as far as $50. I can make it work because I know how to shop. Okay. But my fee is totally different from what your styling is. My fee to style is totally different than what your wardrobe will cost. Just put that out there, because don't think it's one and the same. It's not. Because if you need 2 outfits, then that's a different price. You pay for your outfits, but you also pay for my services.
Right. Wow, that's awesome, y'all. Please follow.
And my honey is working on my website, so that'll be up soon. So you will be able to go directly to the website and book your consultation and book your styling services.
Okay.
Coming soon.
Coming soon, y'all. Be on the lookout. Follow Aymo Ellis on Facebook and Instagram. And y'all, she didn't tell me to do this. I actually just asked her about this right before we got on. But y'all, let's be a blessing to her. If you would like to, you can be a blessing. It's right here at the bottom of the screen. It's $AYMOSTYLEDME. And if you want to know what that is Aymo Styled Me. I just want to spell it out, but you can see it. If you're watching the replay, you can pause it and put that information, but we want to celebrate her, be a blessing to her. And we really, really thank you so much for coming on tonight and being our special guest. We hope that this is not the last time that you will come on. You come back and visit us here at the Open Book. Yes, but thank you.
I am the Open Book.
Yes, please. Okay. And don't forget about the Christian Lounge. You want to share that information also? Have you
We have the Christian Lounge, and you can rent the building out. We have availability to rent the building out.
Right.
Very, very reasonable. We have a nice venue. If you're trying to have like a private event, we have the Christian Lounge. It's at 306 South Bowen. That's in Arlington, Texas, 76013. You can be in contact with me. You have my information, so you can inbox me and ask for the rates and things like that. But yeah, pretty much that's it.
Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We hope you guys had a great time. Share this video, go back, watch it again, get all the information, and also join us this upcoming Monday at 7:30 p.m. because we had to shift some things from Monday, this past Tuesday to next Monday with our next guest that we're celebrating, Lady Dana Hempfield. So follow us, and we hope that you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much, and we'll see you Monday. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.